Hello everyone, this is the third grade enhanced math week 13 long division with one-digit divisor solution video. Below is how to do long division when the divisor is a one-digit number. We start off with 42 divided by 3. As you can see, 42 is the dividend while 3 is the divisor. So 3 is the divisor highlighted in red, while 42 is the dividend highlighted in green. For division, however, we always start by dividing the dividend by the divisor, and we start from the tens place instead of the units place. So as we see here, 4 being the tens place, we've divided 4 by 3, and that gives us 1. The 1 gets carried on to the top. But as you can see, we have a remainder. So we do 4 minus 3, as we see here at the bottom, equals to 1 remainder. And then the 1 being a remainder can't be divided into 3, so we need to pull down the 2 from the top, which becomes 12. Then 12 divided by 3 equals to 4. So the 4 gets written at the top again, and 12 minus 12, that gives us a remainder of 0. Therefore, 42 divided by 3 equals to 14. However, things get a little trickier when you look at this example. For example, 432 divided by 6. As you can see, 4 cannot be divided into 6 since 6 is greater than 4. Therefore, we need to encompass the tens digit as well as the hundreds place, so 43 now. So 43 can be divided into 6 with a remainder, of course. So the closest we can get to 43 while still being able to divide into 6 is 42, which gives us 7. So the 7 gets written on the top, and 42 gets subtracted from 43. This gives us a remainder of 1, and the 2 gets dragged down to create 12. And then 12 divided by 6 equals to 2, so the 2 gets written on the top, and then 12 minus 12 is 0 with no remainder. So that's how you do long division. Now let's practice it with some problems. Compute 60 divided by 3 first. This is pretty easy. All we have to do, we don't even need to set up a long division. We just need to look at 6 divided by 3 first. 6 divided by 3, easy, 2, and the 0 can just be added on. The same can be said for 240 divided by 4. We can just do 24 divided by 4 equals to 6 and add the 0 at the end. 320 divided by 2, 32 divided by 2 equals to 16 and add the 0 at the end, 160. 2000 divided by 5. This time we can't do 2 divided by 5, so we must encompass a 0 as well. So 20 divided by 5 equals to 4 and add on the 2 zeros at the end. The next one again, 1400 divided by 7, 14 divided by 7 equals to 2 and add on the 2 zeros. 320 divided by 8, that gives us 40 because 32 divided by 8 is 4, add on the 0. 4800 divided by 6, 48 divided by 6 equals to 8, and then add on the 2 zeros. And 520 divided by 4, 52 divided by 4, let's see what that is. That just gives us 13 and add on the 0. And then finally, 810 divided by 9, 81 divided by 9 is 9, add on the 0 at the end. 3500 divided by 5, that gives us 7, because 35 divided by 5 equals to 7, add on the 2 zeros. 720 divided by 8, we first do 72 divided by 8 equals to 9, add on the 0. And finally, 780 divided by 6, we can do 78 divided by 6 first, that gives us 13, and add on the 0. And that's how you do problem 1. Problem 2. Round the answers to the nearest 10. Let's start off with 73 divided by 3. We know that the 73 is roughly around 60. Well, since 60 divided by 3 equals to 20, we can just do 20 times 3 would equal to 60. And then the next 10 would just be 30 since 60 is less than 73. So we have to increase a 10. 30 times 3 equals to 90. Now that we're given 90, we can just see which one 73 is closer to, 60 or 90, obviously 60. So therefore, this would be 20. The next one, 129 divided by 6. Well, 129 is close to 120. So that would just be comprised of 20 times 6 equals to 120. And since 129 is greater than 120, we have to step above 129. So again, 30 times 6, that would be 180. And then since 129 is obviously closer to 120, this would be 20 again. Next one, let's make space. So we erase these. 248 divided by 4. Well, we get 248 is closest to 240. So this would just be 60 times 4 equals to 240. However, we need to step above 248 this time. We have to increase to 10 again. So 60 becomes 70. 70 times 4 equals to 280. And since 248 is closer to 240, so the answer would just be 60. Next one, 400 divided by 7. we get 400 is close to 420. That would just be 60 times 7 equals to 420. However, since 420 is greater than 400, we need to step down a 10 from 60. So 60 becomes 50. 50 times 7 equals to 350. And 400 is closer to 420 than it is to 350. So therefore, the answer is 60. The next one, 380 divided by 5. 380 is close to 400. So we do 5 times 80 equals to 400. And since 380 is less than 400, so we need to do something that makes 380 more than itself. Therefore, we can just subtract a 10 from 80. This becomes 5 times 70 equals to 350. And 380 is closer to 400. Therefore, that just gives us 80. And then finally, the last one, 407 divided by 8. Well, 407 is very close to 400. So 8 times 50 equals to 400. And we need something that's more than 407. So we increase a 10. 8 times 60 equals to 480. And this just gives us 50 because 407 is so close to 400. Therefore, this gives us 50. Moving on to problem 3. This time, use the long division method to complete the following. We are given 84 divided by 6. So let's bring this down first to solve it. So 84 divided by 6. We can start from the 8 divided by 6. That just gives us 1. So 8 minus 6 equals to 2. We drop down the 4, which becomes 24. And 24 divided by 6 is just 4. So the answer is 14. The next one, let's do in green, 75 divided by 3. We can do 7 divided by 3, that equals to 2. 2 times 3 equals to 6, so 7 minus 6 equals to 1. Drop down the 5, 15 divided by 3 equals to 5. So the answer is 25. The next one in yellow, we can do 98 divided by 7. 9 divided by 7 equals to 1. 9 minus 7 equals to 2. Drop down the 8. 28 divided by 7 equals to 4. 14. And the last one is in blue. We can do 376 divided by 4. This time we can't divide 3 by 4 since 3 is less than 4. So we can do 37 divided by 4. As we know, 36 divided by 4 is 9. And since that's so close to 37, we can just do 9. 9 times 4 is 36. 37 minus 36 is 1. Drop down the 6. That becomes 16. 16 divided by 4 is just 4. So therefore, that's 94. And that's how you do problem 3. Problem 4. 240 students are evenly divided into 8 groups. How many students are in each group? So therefore, this time we need to solve 240 divided by 8 since there are 8 groups. So we can just make it like this. 240 students being the dividend and 8 groups being the divisor. This time, let's divide 24 by 8 first. That just gives us 3. 24 minus 24, 0, 0. And since 0 divided by 8 is 0, so we can just plug the 0 in here. And therefore, we get the answer that 30 students are in each group. 6 cows in 5 days can produce 150 gallons of milk. On the average, how many gallons of milk can a cow produce in 1 day? We are given that 6 cows in 5 days can produce 150 gallons of milk. Therefore, we can just divide 150 gallons. So that would just be gallons. Divided by 6 cows to limit it to 1 cow in 5 days. So 6, that would just be the cows. And then this would just give us 25. And then this represents the number of gallons. So 25 gallons made by 1 cow in 5 days. And then we can proceed this even further by dividing 25 by 5. So 25 gallons again, divided by the 5 days to limit it to 1 day. Divided by 5 days, so 25 gallons divided by 5 days equals to 5 gallons a day. So 5 gallons a day by 1 cow. And that is the answer to problem 5. How many gallons of milk can a cow produce in 1 day? 5 gallons. Problem 6. Each of the 5 boxes contain either apples or bananas, but never both. Therefore, the total weight of all the bananas is 3 times the weight of all the apples. Which box contains apples? So note here that first we need to add up all the weights. 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 16 kilograms. That just gives us 36. And then 36, that would be 4 times the weight of all the apples. Because as we see here, the total weight of all the bananas is 3 times the weight of all the apples. Therefore, that'd be 4 times the amount of the apples. Therefore, the combination or hence the weight of the apples would just be 36 divided by 4 equals to 9 kilograms, which is the weight of apples. And then therefore we see here that the only combination would just be 7 kilograms and 2 kilograms. Therefore 7 plus 2 equals to 9 kilograms, and the answer is boxes 1 and 4. Problem 7. Adam has $120 while his sister Mary has $42. After Adam gives something dollars to Mary, he has twice as much money as Mary. What is X, or the amount of money? Note that no matter how much money Adam gives his sister Mary, their total accumulated amount of money never changes. Therefore, we can solve their accumulated amount of money. 120 plus $42 equals to $162 accumulated money. And since $162 is 3 times the amount of money that Mary has, hence Mary just has 162 divided by 3 equals to $54. So this amount of money, or in this term, X, equals to 54 minus 42, which is the current amount of money that Mary has, equals to $12. Therefore, his brother Adam gives Mary $12. And finally, problem 8, Jonathan's grandfather's age is 6 times his age. If the sum of their ages is 84, after how many years will the grandfather's age be 4 times the age of Jonathan? Let's do step 1 first, since this problem requires multiple steps. 84 is 7 times the current age of Jonathan. So 7 times the age of Jonathan. Because it already says here that Jonathan's grandfather's age is 6 times his age, plus Jonathan's own age, that would be 7 times. And then hence Jonathan is 84 divided by 7 times years old, which is 12 years old. And this would mean that his grandfather is just 72 years old. Grandfather. Make sure to label it, and then Jonathan. And then step 2. Note that the difference between their ages never changes, hence 72 minus 12. So 72 minus 12 equals to 60. And 60 is 3 times Jonathan's age when their grandfather's age is 4 times his. Hence at that time, Jonathan will be 60 years old divided by 3 equals to 20 years old. So it is 20 years old minus 12, which is his current age, equals to 8 years. Therefore, he is 8 years after his grandfather's age is 4 times the age of Jonathan.